Hello everyone. I am Emma, a virtual teacher with Luma Montessori. Let's start our discussion about transitions from Montessori to traditional public schools. How will my child adjust into public schools? The big question with parents who send their children to Montessori daycare is, will it be hard for my child to transition from Montessori daycare to traditional public schools? Let's get started. Should I keep them in another Montessori private school, or should I send my child to a public school because pre-K through 12-year Montessori programs are not available in every neighborhood? The hard reality of transitioning is something majority of Montessori kids will have to accomplish at some point in their school careers. While all children respond to transitions differently, the simple answer is that your child will do just fine into traditional public schools. Some children transition really fast and other children transition at their own pace. From the earliest ages, Montessori schools focus on helping children develop a high degree of self-motivation, coping skills for dealing with new situations, and a strong sense of respect and responsibility. All skills that will serve them well in a public school setting. Most parents have concerns on two primary areas: academics and socialization. Let's talk briefly about academics. Many Montessori parents often discuss their children get bored during the first few months of pre-K. Why? Well, it is because Montessori daycare around the world teaches advanced academic materials in its classrooms for all 4 years to 5-year age children. Basic to advanced reading, writing, and math. When Montessori children arrive in pre-K classrooms, they know most of what is being taught in pre-K classrooms with flying colors. Another aspect of academics where Montessori children are often confused when they first arrive in pre-K classrooms is why all the children are doing the same things at the same time. Montessori children are not accustomed to this method of learning, as they are more used to free learning. These types of situations are very common, as most children come from Montessori daycares which has children semi-ready to pre-K ready. When parents learn about these types of situations where their child being bored or often and not being challenged enough in their classroom, parents should speak to their prospective teachers and ask them to provide more advanced materials for their children. Parents should also have special conversations with their children about, not all children are privileged to attend Montessori daycare, and other children also need to learn the same materials which have been taught in their early years. These types of conversations with their children will surely help their child understand and cope with their situation. Socialization. In terms of socialization, leaving a familiar classroom or school behind will likely cause feelings of sadness for students of any age. When children leave a Montessori daycare, children miss their guides and schoolmates as well as the buildings, playgrounds, and materials they knew so well. The new environment already has a social structure in place, which presents a challenge as the child works to figure out where he or she fits in. This transition takes a bit of time and effort as young children need to make their adjustments. Another benefit in terms of socialization in Montessori environment is the mixed age group classrooms. This pedagogy allows young children to interact with more diverse social circles than most kids their age. Montessori children have been encouraged to interact peacefully with others using conflict resolution and social interaction strategies. Research studies have also shown that Montessori students demonstrate a greater sense of fairness, justice, and are more likely to choose positive responses for dealing with social dilemmas. These skills serve them extremely well as they move into their new classrooms and begin making new friends. Quite often major issues arises when parents don't enroll their children into any daycare programs prior to their children enrolled into public school. In these situations, the child never had enough exposure to socialization with other children, and this becomes a problem for both children and parents later in their school journey. In summary, in the majority of situations, children makes healthy and happy transitions from Montessori to traditional schools. That being said, parents need to do their part by carefully investigating schooling options. Many districts offer interesting charter school choices, and some parents will pick a private school over public schools, which is okay. Each family will have to make the decision that's best for their child, and parents should be ready to give their children some extra support as they make the transition. I hope I was able to shed some light towards this subject. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you in the next video.